Welcome back, all you sports and gambling fans out there. Today we're doing some NHL betting coverage, and joining me here, Dave Golikov, our SBR contributor. The game we're looking at here is the St. Louis Blues going up against the Philadelphia Flyers. Now, the Blues come into this game right after a close 6-5 shootout loss to the Vancouver Canucks, and this would be their fourth road game in a row. But they have had some precious time to rest, as their last game was this past Sunday. So, Dave, I mean, with that extra time of rest, do you expect them to get back on the winning side of it all?
Well, yeah, I think that the side play in this one is going to be a bit tricky. I think St. Louis can win this game. I think if push came to shove, I would probably pick them over the Flyers. Take a look at Philadelphia. This is a team that's lost 3 of 4, has played very poorly in the month of February. Now we're into March, of course, but in the month of February, the Flyers averaging just 2.25 goals per game, which is 25th in the NHL. This is a team that's supposedly built on offense with all these offensive weapons. It's not really happening for them. So I think those are some of the factors that I would consider in terms of betting the Blues. The other thing is the Flyers, you take a look at the home and away splits, they look like they're much better at home than they are on the road, but that hasn't been the case of late. They've lost 4 of their last 7 games at home, including losses to Columbus and Buffalo. I mean, that's why if you like St. Louis, these are all sort of reasons why they have a pretty good chance to win tonight.
All right, now, as for the Flyers, like you said, I mean, they're not doing very well. They've only been able to win 4 out of their last 10 games, and they're coming off their most recent 3-2 overtime loss to the Calgary Flames. Now, this is going to be obviously a tough situation for them to overcome. So if they do want to have a chance at winning this one, what are they going to have to do, Dave?
Well, they'll have to rely on Steve Mason in net. I mean, this guy has been, I want to say difference maker all year long for them, but we take a look at the wins and losses. It really hasn't been the case. He's played well in net for them, and he's been a big upgrade over the backups. It just hasn't translated into wins and losses. So he's going to give them a chance to win. Secondly, you take a look at the Blues. They're the 5th highest scoring team in the NHL overall. But in the month of February, they tapered off a lot. They averaged 3 goals per game overall, but averaged just 2.43 in February. So something's gone wrong with this offense. They've gone cold. It's a team that also is not playing particularly great right now. There's definitely an opening here for the Flyers. You mentioned the road trip. The Blues are knee-deep in a road trip here, too. The other major factor that I think, I don't know if it's major or minor, we're going to find out tonight, but in the last game for the Blues, they had a bizarre issue with lead goaltender Brian Elliott and the head coach. Elliott came into the game to relieve Jake Allen. Jake Allen was getting bombed. Then Elliott pulled himself from the game, so they had to put Allen back in, and then as he was kind of leaving, or at some point he had words with head coach Ken Hitchcock. It's unclear whether he pulled himself, whether the coach pulled him, whether, something was against somebody's will here. And so now we've got the follow-up game after that. So a little bit of a bizarre chemistry issue there. So those are some of the things you're banking on if you're betting the Flyers.
Right. All right. Now, the Blues, they're definitely coming in as favorites, as bookies have them between -120 and -140 road favorites for this one. The total was set at 5.5 goals. But in this case, you're actually leaning on the under 5.5. Why not consider, taking a bet on the Phillies, considering that the Blues are 2-5 in the last 7 times that they've played against Philadelphia at Philadelphia? I mean, why not take a shot at them right now that they're at home?
Well, the Flyers haven't played well at home, as mentioned. They've lost to Buffalo, to Columbus in their last 7 games. It's a team that's really, packing it in my eyes. They've sort of tuned out head coach Craig Berube. Veteran team that had Stanley Cup aspirations. They know that's not happening. It's always tough with a veteran team to kind of finish out the season. We saw that in the month of February, and this team didn't win very many games. If this was a young team, they could make the case that they're going to springboard into next year, finish strong, build on it. The Flyers aren't buying any of that bullshit. So really, I like the under in this spot. I think the side is a tough situation to pick, but you got a total of 5.5. I think it maybe should even be 5. Take a look at the Blues, as mentioned, 2.43 in the month of February. The Flyers at 2.25. Steve Mason expected a net tonight. He's played under 5 or less goals. He's allowed 5 or less goals. He's but playing under in 5 of his last 6 outings. You know, as long as the Blues' chemistry issues aren't really a big deal, maybe Elliott bounces back. As long as they don't give up like a ton like they did last time out, they play like they normally do, we should get an under here.
All right, man. Good stuff, Dave. Hey, thanks for all the insights and the pick here. We'll talk some more hockey again tomorrow. Everyone else, don't forget to check back with us tomorrow for some more sports coverage and your free picks. Till then, for SBR Picks, this is Dax Floyd.